Hello and welcome back to the Ape Renewables YouTube channel. I know it's been a while since we brought out some content, so today I'm sat with Phil, who's our electrical QS, just to discuss what's been going on since the last time we spoke, the last time you watched. There's been a lot of change in the industry, whether it's energy prices, conflicts in the Middle East that are affecting what we're paying for the bills. So just to catch up on what's been going on. So Phil, many changes since we last spoke in your side.
Yeah, lots of changes. So the sun's out, lots and lots of people are fitting solar systems, buying batteries. There's new regulations that will be mandatory in the autumn, particularly the past regulations, and BS 7671. So lots of changes. Quite an exciting time to be in solar. So we thought today maybe we'd just talk about what we do, what we fit, and what the benefits would be for yourself.
With you mentioning the changes to the past regulations, obviously they've been best practice for 2 or 3 years now, haven't
Yeah.
they? But as of October, I believe it is, they don't become
Yes,
mandatory.
when BS 7671 fourth amendment becomes mandatory, then we should, rather than should take account of them, you must take account of them. It's going to be quite limiting getting them inside some of the smaller properties. We're going to have to think a lot more about housing them outside and in gardens. I mean, batteries should. Well, no one. I don't think anyone's really fitting them in the loft anymore. But the pass is quite strict, and if you've got a small house, then finding a space inside is going to be difficult.
But we're not about problems, we're about solutions, aren't we, Phil?
So there's lots of ways you can build cabinets, buy cabinets. There's all kinds of different things. But I mean, a really big thing at the minute is the sun. I think it's been the sunniest May for the last few years in terms of kilowatt hours. So getting solar panels on your roof and actually storing any surplus in the grid is just as viable. Um, Octopus offer 12 pence per kilowatt hour for the export. You can get paid for the export if you've got an MCS certificate. And that's one of the things we offer as part of our installs. Everyone comes with an MCS certificate, as well as all the other paperwork. So if you've got a lot of space or a big garden, you've got space for a pergola or a carport, there's all different options. But the more panels, the more solar. And actually, there's no limit to how many solar panels you can have. The only limit is what the DNO set with G98 or G99 on the inverter. But you can have as many panels as you want. So if you've got a big space, we can design a system that can collect a lot of solar, even in dim weather. It doesn't just have to be a few panels and waiting for the most sun.
Obviously, you mentioned there with the weather we've had recently in May, summer's obviously the peak generating months for solar, and you got the longer days, the more
Longer
usable
days.
daylight hours. Obviously, June tends to be the peak. Now, obviously, business and inquiries always ramps up at this time of year anyway.
Yes.
But what's even kind of reinforced it at the minute is with what's been going on in the Middle East.
Well,
Obviously, the volatile fuel market, what happens on the other side of the world affects what we pay on our bills over here. The price cap's going up again in July. So, no, from my point of view, being on the phone and dealing with inquiries, obviously, summer's always busy with inquiries, just tenfold at the minute. A lot more people as well are looking into battery-only installs. Probably about 50% of our jobs at the minute are battery-only installs, where there's still some people out there that don't realise you don't need solar to have a battery.
yeah, it's a good point what you've said about the batteries. So a lot of people don't realise you can have a battery on its own and still get a lot of the benefits. I don't know if you want to explain a bit more.
Yes, in terms of tariffs, it's all about getting on what's called a time of use, off-peak, overnight tariff, EV charging tariff. A popular one at the minute, obviously, we're a trusted partner of Octopus Energy, is the Intelligent Octopus Go tariff. So rates vary depending where you're on the country, but generally you look at an 8 pence overnight rate from 11:30 p.m. till 5:30 a.m., around 30p the peak day rate. So, of course, the whole premise is if your property uses 10 kilowatts of electricity throughout the day, you want to size up a battery in accordance with that. Fill the battery up overnight at 8 pence, and then the following day, your property will automatically use the cheap stored energy in the battery. So you won't even touch that higher day rate. People with air source heat pumps, obviously, people who've got solar panels and battery storage, the next logical step with the heating is an air source heat pump. They run off of electricity generally four times more efficient than a gas boiler. Octopus again, you've got the Cozy Octopus tariff that gives you 8 hours of cheap electricity throughout the day, 2 3-hour blocks and 1 2-hour block. All of these tariffs where you've got cheap rates for specific hours are all compatible. And I mean, you deal with the apps more than me, Phil. In
Yeah.
terms of setting up on the app, the charge times.
No, yeah, I mean, once you've got it, it's just a software. They're slightly different for each product, but they're all really simple. The big benefit is you can add more batteries later if you change or you get more things. So a heat pump, might use 20 kilowatt hours per day. An average house uses about 10 kilowatt hours a day. So if you've got one 10 kilowatt hour battery, one inverter, you later go get the heat pump. you can just then get extra batteries to cover its use. And
That's good. Everything's modular now, isn't it?
everything's modular.
You know, if you've got a solar array on the roof, if you've still got additional roof space, you can always add panels on. If your inverters have adequate size, with adequate strings, you can add panels into that existing inverter. If it's not, you get everything's fully modular. With everything's been electrified now. I've got a gentleman today, just with you mentioning heat pumps, we're going to be fitting panels and a battery for him. He's come back today. He said, look, I'm potentially thinking of a heat pump. What would you recommend in terms of battery capacity moving forward? If I get one battery in my install now, can they be added on? Everything's so flexible now compared to what it used to be.
Yeah, and I mean, if you've got existing products, you can still call in and we can help you design your system without having to replace what you've already got, just adding to it. So you can have retrofit batteries, you could have additional solar panels added on a second inverter. If you've got, I think if you've got, is it oil or gas bottle heating, they've just extended the grant.
£9,000
Is it
instead of 7.5.
Yeah, so it's pumped. And hopefully later in the year, the MCS will be registering the products for the air-to-air heat pumps, basically like an air conditioning system. I think there's 2,500 for that. So lots of changes, lots of ways to become a bit more independent of the grid and save your money in the long term. And a few people have said that essentially what you're doing is you're paying your electricity bill forwards. So you're going to have to pay this money one way or another. Yeah. So if you can pay it now, you know what the price will be for the next several years. And we have finance options as well.
Of course, you're protecting yourself against future energy prices, aren't you? You know, you look at how much they've risen over the past 10 years. And again, as you touched upon there, since the start of the year, we can offer 0% finance. That's on any products or installs between £1,000 and £50,000. So that covers you from electric vehicle chargers, solar panels, air source heat pumps, battery storage, a full package price, anything. It's all flexible, whether it's the modules on the installs or the way you can pay for it. Everything's flexible now. Quick touch upon industry standards in terms of battery storage locations, the past recommendations and best practices and soon to be mandatory regulations that Phil's touched upon. The next video, we'll have our Managing Director, Chloe, with us, where we'll be answering a number of your questions that you've dropped in our previous YouTube videos. So tune in next time. Any comments, pop them here. It is down here, isn't it, Chris? And we'll answer them for you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your time.